I'm Eva, and this is Tana, and we are from Monash Youth Ambassadors. In 2019, we consulted with over 2,500 young people aged from 10 to 25 who share significant links to Monash. The results showed that young people are most concerned about the environment, mental health, feeling stress, education, and safety. This was the first year environment made it to the top 5 concerns and jumped to the front. In response to this, we ran consultation groups with scout groups, sporting clubs, and the community to find out what kind of changes young people want. These groups allowed young people to voice their concerns, needs, and ideas in detail. We also consulted with the same focus groups about safety. They identified their concerns as climate change, pollution and waste, the impact of natural disasters and endangered animals, and the deterioration of animal habitats, as well as an inaction of policy on environmental matters. Young people made the following recommendations: more opportunities to reduce plastics and electronic waste, more education on how to take environmental action on an individual level, to plant more trees and create natural environments, to hold events such as cleanup days and tree plantings, to raise awareness and educate the community in creative ways, to educate and challenge the stereotypes of vulnerable members of our community, drug and alcohol education, and information about how to stay safe, and a road safety campaign.
From this, we developed a hashtag, MyAction2020. The hashtag MyAction2020 was created to encompass all of the actions that Monash Youth Ambassadors took in response to the results from the Monash Youth Report. The hashtag reflected the agency that we have as young people living in Monash to take charge and create change. It was a way of celebrating and sharing the achievements of young people and helping to connect them to parts of the community that could provide support. Creating a hashtag was identified as a more contemporary and successful means of relaying ideas and projects with young people in Monash, using social media to our advantage to keep information thematic and relevant to their concerns and current projects within the community. The hashtag MyAction2020, meant to be used by all for sharing personal actions related to improving youth outcomes, deliberately makes reference to the Monash Youth acronym in the MY and creates a double meaning for agency of the individual over their action taking, and also the support provided by Monash Young People and Monash Youth Services. The hashtag quickly grew to be our best way to reach people as the new normal began to set in and our projects moved online. The hashtag has been used not only by Monash Youth Ambassadors, but also by young people taking part in our challenges, the Monash Youth Committee, and for general community outreach undertaken by Monash Youth Services through social media, which can range from job skills workshops to informative posts and services provided by council and the larger community. Although we wanted to focus our efforts on the environment and safety a lot more this year, COVID-19 meant that we felt that our community needed additional support for mental health and wellbeing, and so we've continued to pursue some projects in that field as well.
So our initial project this year was we started working on a cleanup day for the Huntingdale wetlands that we were going to hold during Youth Week. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we had to cancel the event and move our meetings and actions online. Together, we created the Sustainability Challenge, a 14-day activity challenge with a new sustainable activity for our challenge takers to do every day. We specifically targeted actions that people were able to do easily at home without having to leave the house to purchase anything, such as making DIY bird feeders, making a homemade plastic-free snack, and reusing your shower water. Even with face-to-face interaction outside of our reach, this online campaign got our community involved in bettering our environment together, engaging with 300 community members through this project. Since our initial project, Monash Youth Ambassadors has also started working on other small projects, such as the Driving Safety Fit to Drive Foundation workshops. In the youth report, a direct suggestion was made to create driving safety education. We really wanted to target the idea of young people feeling invincible and more willing to take risks. We planned 2 workshops, the Carpool and Steer Right workshops. One of these ran last Thursday night and was really successful, and we're really looking forward to running the next one. Another challenge Monash Youth Ambassadors created was the Mental Health and General Health Bubble Challenge. This was an opportunity for young people in Monash to reflect on how they were looking after their mental, physical, and spiritual well-being during the first lockdown. Participants had the opportunity to both reflect on their own health as well as to check in on their friends by tagging them in the challenge.
Another project that we completed was our lockdown solidarity video. This video was published alongside the hashtag to encourage our community to talk about mental health together in an effort to address the concerns of growing mental health problems due to the COVID-19 lockdown. In this video, we emphasize the long-standing camaraderie that we have established as a community and encourage people to extend that to also talking about mental health, an often quite stigmatized topic. I'm going to be playing the video for you now. In this video, we share the message that as a community, we learn, play, celebrate, grow, stand together. And so it's time now to talk about mental health together. The video creation and music composition was completed by Monash Youth Ambassadors, and all the photos were accessed from different Monash events across the years. So now we want to talk about some of the projects that we're working on currently, which are really exciting and what we've got planned for the future. One of the projects that we are currently completing is our Monash walking path and trail video. We decided to approach this video through a physical and mental health lens, aiming to familiarise Monash young people with the abundance of walking paths and trails available throughout council and to promote physical health and wellbeing in that sense. A part of this project would also be to encourage people to get outside and greet other walkers on the track and to grow a greater sense of community within individuals and families by accessing the public paths and trails that we have available. Another current project that we're working on are our education and stress management webinars. These webinars will be aimed at addressing some of the concerns that Monash young people face when studying. They'll include tips and tricks about how to tackle exam season, how to navigate subject selection pathways, as well as tertiary education pathways. They'll be delivered online, which we thought would be a great way to encourage larger participation and to also record and share those webinars so that they're more accessible to people during this time. Another project that we're currently working on is our tree planting project. With Monash Council's aim of creating a net zero emission community, it's been identified that offsetting emissions by planting trees and other flora are a really important way of getting to this goal. The aim of this project is to have people have agency over tree planting and Monash biodiversity and the ecosystem by providing them with an opportunity to have a tree, shrub or bush associated with their memory or name and their answer to a question about where they hope to see the future of our environment. The aim is to then develop a QR code game which will allow people in Monash to experience a sense of adventure and discovery along Monash trails and paths by tracking down the flora from this project and allowing people to meet those behind the tree planting initiative.
So our next project we're working on that we're wanting to roll out once stage 2 comes and more people are using public transport is the Monash bus stop Monash Youth Services support poster. These posters, designed by YABS members and featuring the same message from the lockdown solidarity video, will be displayed at the bus stops around Monash to reach out to people whose mental health may have been affected by COVID-19 or lockdown in any way, and to make Monash Youth Services and the services that they provide known to them. By extension, these will also reach out to other Monash community users, allowing other people to think about their mental health. The next project we're working on is personal safety information, which will be distributed in different languages. This personal safety information pamphlet will provide realistic and easy tips and advice for staying safe within the community, including at night. It will aim to encourage people to think about their safety and what they can do to realistically protect themselves and others. And once restrictions go down, we're back to COVID normal. We are also planning to continue our Clean Up Day project at the Huntingdale Wetlands, which would include a litter collection competition for teams to enter, with the most collected rubbish winning for the day. Other mini games will be set up throughout the day. So these are the actions Monash Youth Ambassadors has taken so far this year and what we're planning to do. Thank you for listening.